thing plays out. This one may move along at a little bit faster.
It could.
Faster pace.
And I don't believe, do we have a Dollarway roster?
We do. This is their, let me get that real quick. This is their third baseman, Murphy. This is his last name. All we've got is last names for these young men.
And here's the opening pitch. And that's called a strike on the inside corner. So an 0-1 count to Murphy of Dollarway. No outs. Top of the first. Jack's in the field. Adams steps off the mound. Looks like they're having a bit of a signal problem getting the pitches called in. Of course, Aaron Church starting behind the plate for the Lumberjacks.
And a young guy, a freshman, and I know they were trying to correct his mechanics behind the plate early in the year.
And that's fouled for strike two, 0-2 count.
Let's see if Adams goes towards that knuckleball right here with an 0-2 count.
A good opening sequence right here just to get an opening strike, and also that first strike's always the most important pitch. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That one's up for ball one. 1-2 count.
He had kind of a pitch to waste there, right up 0-2. He wasn't able to get on top of it and kind of sailed on him.
So 1-2 count, no outs, top of the first. Grounded to third base. Drake Jones has it. Throws it to first. Nice play, and that is the first out of the inning.
A routine play right there by sophomore Drake Jones. Most Lumberjack Live listeners will know is Warren High School starting quarterback. Senior Randy Gorman with the catch at first base. Randy's a transfer from Hermitage, came up here before football season, wound up really helping out the senior high football program, and he's helped out Coach Cupperson and the baseball team quite a bit.
A nice way to start this one off. One out, top of the first. Logan Adams on the mound for the Lumberjacks. That pitch is upstairs, 1-0 count.
We've got number 11. This is Blake, their catcher.
You don't have a scoreboard on your screen, so I will be giving you the score from time to time. Again, top of the first, 0-0. One down. And that last pitch was a ball, so we got a 2-0 count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's called a strike. That'll make it 2-1. One down, 2-1 count. 0-0 is your score.
Nice job by Adams right there, coming back with pretty good location. Got that pitch down in the zone.
That pitch pretty far out. That will make it a 3-1 count. So needs a strike here. Don't want to let any runners on here early in this ball game with freebies. One down, top of the first, 3-1 count. That pitch catches the corner. That'll make it 3-2, all full up.
The umpire working with a wide corner right there. Logan was the beneficiary of it. Moves the count full, 3-2.
Just gets past Rook at second base, so that will be a single for Dollarway's catcher Blake. And just a nice piece of hitting right there, Chris.
It was, and then got a freshman second baseman out there, and Mike could have got a little bit better jump on it, but nice piece of hitting right there. 3-2 hitting by Dollarway.
So the Cardinals have here in the top of the first a runner on first base. One down.
Hall, their center fielder, off right here in the 3-hole.
That pitch from Adams definitely upstairs would have been a ball, but it swung at, so that'll make it an 0-1 count.
Caught a break right there. Kid being too aggressive at the plate.
Again, runner on first for the Cardinals. 1 out in the top of the first. Logan Adams on the mound for the Lumberjacks. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that is upstairs. That makes it a 1-1 count.
After really jumping out ahead of that leadoff batter, Logan having some issues working around the strike zone right here. He got a couple calls in his favor to Hall, who wound up singling.
Pretty good lead for the Dollarway runner on first. Logan throws to first, but the runner gets back in time. Again, a 1-1 count, 1 out in the top of the first. Lumberjacks in the field wearing black today. Another good lead for Dollarway. That's a strike. That'll make it a 1-2 count. Here's a chance, Chris, if he can get a ball low in the zone, possible ground ball for a double play.
Exactly. And this kid at the plate shown to be pretty aggressive. He swung at one high on the first pitch of the at-bat.
That pitch upstairs, runner goes. Church throws it down to second, but he is safe. And that looked like maybe, was that a possible hanging curve? Just got upstairs a little bit. I'm not sure. Couldn't really tell, but that makes it 2 outs. Dollarway does have a runner in scoring position, though, with 2 down in the top of the first inning.
Got their shortstop, number 4, Reed, here at the plate, their 4-hole hitter.
Again, Reed at the plate for the Cardinals. Runner on second with 2 outs in the top of the first. That pitch outside, 1-0 count.
Adams worked high again there on the opening pitch of this sequence.
Runner takes his lead at second. Another good lead. Adams fakes the throw. Chance to get out of this one with no damage done. Here in the top of the first, the Cardinals have 2 outs. 1-0 count on Reed at the plate. He throws this time. Nearly got away from Rook, but he's able to hold on to it.
Yeah, Rook kind of helped him out there a little bit. That throw was to the first base side of Dillon as he tried to cover second.
Justin Hall keeping him honest at short. A little bit shorter lead this time. That pitch popped up. Looks like it's going to go in foul territory on the right side. Randy Gorman was on his way, but it gets over the fence. That'll make it a 1-1 count with 2 outs in the top of the first. Again, Dollarway has a runner on second in scoring position. 0-0 your score. Adams gets the sign. Here's the 1-1. That pitch low. That'll make it a 2-1 count. Two-one count, top of the first, 2 outs. Runner on second for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch. Line to center, a chance to score here. Sellers has it, throws it in.
Cut off by Gorman.
Not going to be a chance to get the runner at the plate. So that'll make it 1-0. Dollarway on top of Warren here in the top of the first. But the runner does hold at first base. So no runners in scoring position at this point.
That was senior Troy Sellers fielding that line drive to center, coming up throwing. And as we pointed out, we discussed Aaron Church behind the plate. Aaron's a freshman. We discussed a freshman playing second base. There's only 5 seniors on this Lumberjack Ball Club, no juniors. And of the 20-man lineup that we've got today, the 20-man roster that we've got today, the rest are freshmen and sophomores, so a young group.
Grounded to Hall at short. He's got it, throws it to first. And the catch is made by Randy Gorman. That's the third out of the inning. All right, 1-0 your score as we go to the bottom of the first. Dollarway on top of the Lumberjacks. 1-0. We will be back in just a few moments after this commercial break from our sponsors. Again, you're watching Lumberjack Live on SalineRiverTV.com.
Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Lumberjack Live, weekend of baseball on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. We're going into the bottom of the first. Lumberjacks down 1-0 to the Dollarway Cardinals. And it looks like Logan Adams, who started on the mound for the Jacks, will be the leadoff man here in the bottom of the first. Chris, what did you see in the first that caught your eye?
Well, all in all, it was a nice start for Logan. He able to work out of some tough spots here and there. Got a solid base hit right back up the middle, and that's just kind of part of the game. And Dollarway took a 1-0 lead here going into the bottom of the first.
Here in the bottom of the first, again, Adams will lead it off. Justin Hall hitting in the number 2 spot, and Troy Sellers in the 3-hole. Of course, Troy, another one of those valuable seniors that the Jacks are going to need all season to come through, especially with the bat.
You're exactly right. He kind of leads the way for this group, as he did, kind of with the football program. He's a kid that everybody kind of rallies around, plays pretty good defense for him at shortstop, and they definitely need a good year out of him.
And Troy actually started off in the alumni game when he led off in that. And I was a bit surprised when we got the lineup today to see him hitting in that 3 spot, but apparently Coach Cuthbertson, he's got the faith that he's got the power in the bat and can drive in runs.
Well, they need him to come through, and Troy had an opportunity to play in a showcase event in Florida down earlier this spring. He really enjoys playing the game, plays with a lot of effort.
All right, we're just about to get the bottom of the first started. Again, Dollarway on top of the Lumberjacks by the score of 1-0. Logan Adams, number 5 for the Lumberjacks, in the bottom of your screen, going to be leading it off for the orange and black.
Long drew the start on the mound here for the Dollarway Cardinals.
That pitch upstairs, 1-0. And the Lumberjacks are going to need Logan to come through with the bat as well this year. He's got decent speed. That's obviously one of the reasons he's leading this game off. There's the 1-0 pitch. Outside, that'll make it 2-0. And Dollarway up 1-0, bottom of the first. You don't have a scoreboard on your screen, so I'll keep you updated on the score every once in a while. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's in the strike zone, 2-1. 2-1 count, no outs here in the bottom of the first for the Lumberjacks, who are at the plate wearing black today. That pitch upstairs, 3-1 count, nice job. Not swinging at junk right now, he's making the pitcher work. A chance for the Lumberjacks to get a runner on base and possibly make something happen, try to tie this ball game up. That pitch low, and Adams will take the walk. So a leadoff walk for Logan Adams. And up next for the Lumberjacks will be number 8, Justin Hall, hitting in the number 2 slot. Hall, of course, playing shortstop for Warren.
Let's see what direction Coach Cuthbertson tries to go right here. Got one on, nobody out here at the bottom of the first.
No outs. Logan Adams on first base for the Lumberjacks. Hall at the plate. That ball's low. Catcher thinks about it, decides better, throws it back to the pitcher instead.
Justin Hall here, the starting shortstop for the Lumberjacks, and kind of their senior leader. He's no one tool really stands out. This guy's a gritty guy, can do a lot of different things for this ball club.
Of course, the story with Justin Hall is he's just as talented in the classroom as he is on the baseball field or even on the football field. Hall headed to West Point as soon as he graduates.
A very intelligent, very hard-working guy, and I know the coaching staff here at Warren High School really thinks a lot of him.
And that ball popped up. Second baseman. Falls into fair territory. He's going to have a chance at second. And Logan is out. Yeah. Really caught in no man's land right there, so
you're exactly right.
Can't really fault him. That ball just happened to fall just behind the first baseman. Second baseman couldn't catch it, but it doesn't bounce away from him. He's able to pick it up calmly, throw it to second, and get the force out. So the Lumberjacks kind of in the similar situation that Dollarway was just a few minutes ago. One down here in the bottom of the first. Hall on first for the Lumberjacks. Sellers at the plate. That ball gets away, so Hall will take second base, runner in scoring position. And a 1-0 count to Troy Sellers, the center fielder for the Lumberjacks.
Long's been kind of all over the place here in the early going for Dollarway.
Drake Jones on deck, the third baseman. That pitch upstairs. 2-0 count. Again, you're watching Lumberjack Live, Weekend of Baseball on SalineRiverTV.com. Thank you for joining us. We're glad to have you live from Monticello, Arkansas today. Hall takes an early jump. It's a hit and run. That ball going to be...
That ball's down.
Down, so a run will score. Hall will come in. That will tie the ball game up at 1-1. Nice job right there by Troy Sellers of just... fighting off the pitch, nice line drive, put it in play, make something happen. And up next for the Lumberjacks, number 15, Drake Jones, the third baseman.
And Justin Hall had the benefit of getting an early break right there. They've obviously got something timed down with this pitcher, and Hall took off early, and luckily that ball couldn't be fielded by the right fielder.
Yeah, I think he had third base even if the ball was not put in play.
And now you've got Sellers that can run. It does have quite a bit of speed over at first.
That pitch upstairs, 1-0 count to Drake Jones. On the mound, I believe, is Long for the Cardinals. Sellers at first base, 1 out, bottom of the first. Sellers gone, and he is safely in at second. Stolen base for Troy Sellers. A good jump right there, Chris. Ball in the dirt. Read it pretty well. And able to get in there and get in scoring position for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, exactly. And you've got a guy, Drake Jones, at the plate that they're real confident in, and hopefully he can drive one in here.
Yeah, Jones hitting in the 4 slot. He's the cleanup man.
Only a sophomore. A physically gifted young man.
That pitch upstairs. That'll make it 3-0.
Long struggling here. He's getting behind. He's been behind in the count to every batter he's faced. And that's a tough hole to climb out of.
And this is a tough situation, of course, for several of these teams. And Warren's going to have it in the next game. They're playing multiple games, of course, today. And you're not necessarily going to be able to put your ace out there all day. I mean, it's just not going to happen. Jones takes the walk. So runners at first and second for the Lumberjacks. And up next, number 22, the catcher Aaron Church, hitting in the number 5 slot. On deck, number 17, Blake Gorman, the right fielder. 1 out, bottom of the first, tie ball game, 1-1.
Church here, only a freshman, the brother of former Lumberjack Brian Church, who was a great football player at Warren, great football player at Washita Baptist University. bright future for this young man right here, Aaron Church.
And of course, Church still growing. He's going to get bigger, get stronger. Sellers goes. He's got a stolen third base, and Jones moves to second as well.
And that ball was kind of fumbled around by the catcher right there. But again, another case where Warren was able to get a huge, huge break.
So there's a 1-0 count with one down in the bottom of the first. Again, 1-1 your score. Tie ball game. Sellers at third for the Lumberjacks. Jones at second. Here's the pitch. That ball will be out of play to the right side. Foul ball. That'll make it a 1-1 count. Coach Cuthbertson kind of directing Aaron that he's dipping that back shoulder a little bit.
Well, and the word from that Warren Lumberjack coaching staff, they really enjoy this team. Work hard, real coachable group, and I think they've had a great, great time with them.
Of course, we talked about a team filled with youth, but hopefully they can improve. That's a strike. That'll make it a 1-2 count. But we've had young teams before in Warren history, and they've been successful and built upon it in the years to come. 1-2 count to Aaron Church. That's called strike three on the outside corner. So 2 down in the bottom of the first.
And we saw in the top of the first now the umpire's going to give that outside corner. He gave it to Logan Adams for Warren and did the same there for Long from Dollarway.
Number 17, Blake Gorman, the right fielder, at the plate for the Jacks. Dylan Rook, number 3, the second baseman on deck. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. That pitch outside, 1-0.
We really need Gorman to come through right here in this situation. You don't want to leave runners on second and third here in the bottom of the first inning.
Of course, Gorman hitting, he's left-handed, so we actually haven't had a whole lot of lefties during Warren history. Really, one of the big ones that I can think of course, is Josh McLean. But that's been a while. Fouled off to the left side. I'll make it a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Tie ball game in the bottom of the first. Lumberjacks tied up with Dollarway 1-1. Again, this is a non-conference game, even though it is Dollarway. They'll play each other twice more after this ball game for conference rights. That pitch inside for a ball. 2-1 count. 2-1 count. Bottom of the first, 2 outs, 1-1 your score. Sellers on third for the Jacks, and Jones on second. Here's the 2-1. In the dirt. Sellers coming home. He is safe at the plate, so the Jacks take the lead. Jones moves to third. Nice heads-up play by Troy Sellers. Catcher couldn't quite find it.
As our viewers at home probably saw, the catcher was kind of spinning around. He wasn't quite sure where the ball ended up, and Sellers was able to get in safe at the plate, give Warren a 2-1 lead here.
The Jacks have a 2-1 lead, as Chris just said, here in the bottom of the first, 2 outs. A 3-1 count to Blake Gorman. That pitch upstairs, he'll walk. So runners now at the corners. Long really struggling here, Chris, with his accuracy. I figure you'll see at least probably another pitcher here before this one's said and done, maybe sooner than later.
I would assume so, but now it may be a situation similar to what Warren is kind of going to be in later in the day. They may be light on arms in general.
Sure.
Especially with a conference game coming up on Monday for Dollarway and Warren.
Again, runners at the corners for the Lumberjacks. They've got a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the first. That pitch gets away from the catcher, so Gorman will move up to second. Jones is going to stay at third. He's not known for his speed, but that's to say the least. But, of course, a great athlete, great competitor, of course, the quarterback of the Lumberjack football team, expected to be. And surprisingly, a pretty good defensive player for the football team as well. Dylan Rook at the plate. That pitch upstairs. 2-0 count.
Dylan, a freshman here starting at second base, provides a little bit different target for a lot of these older pitchers. Dylan not a very tall guy right now. Again, only a freshman. Been very good defensively for the most part for Warren.
Here's the 2-0 pitch to Rook. That's a strike, 2-1 count. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Jack's on top, 2-1 on top of the Dollarway Cardinals here in the bottom of the first inning. On deck, number 28, Randy Gorman, the first baseman for the Lumberjacks. That pitch outside, 3-1 count. So a chance to load the bases up. And this is a good hitters count here, Chris. 3-1 count. You're going to see something close, most likely, but you got a little bit of opportunity to be picky. That pitch called a strike. Full up, 3-2.
A big pitch right here coming for Dollarway. I know Warren desperately wants Rook on base. Get Randy Gorman, a senior that's played a lot of baseball up here with a bases loaded opportunity.
So 2 outs, bottom of the first, 3-2 count. Jack's on top, 2-1, with Drake Jones on third. And Gorman at second. Ball popped up.
And this could be an issue.
And it does fall. So that will score a run. Rook will be on first. Not sure if the sun played a factor there or not. It's 12:46, so it should be high in the sky right now. And the second baseman for the Cardinals tried to take that one.
That's the second time we've seen a E4 right there on the second baseman, really struggling to field fly balls. He missed one there, popped up behind first base, and just didn't read that one very well off the bat at all.
But it helps the Jacks. They're up 3-1 over the Cardinals here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Randy Gorman at the plate. That pitch a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 count to Gorman. Number 10, A.J. Mooring on deck. Here's the pitch. Gorman headed home. No pitcher there, and that will be another run.
Nobody covered.
Yeah, miscommunication right there for the Cardinals. So 4-1 your score now. Lumberjacks taking advantage of a couple of Dollarway mistakes. Rook moves up to second. 1-1 count to Gorman at the plate. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Again, 4-1 your score. Warren on top. Grounded to third. And that is the third out of the inning. So we're going to the top of the second. Jacks have a 4-1 lead. We'll be back after this commercial break. You're listening and watching SalineRiverTV.com.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Lumberjack Live, weekend of baseball on SalineRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton, about to get the top of the second inning started here live from Monticello, Arkansas at the Southeast Arkansas Slugfest Tournament. The Jacks taking part in that. Jacks have a 4-1 lead over the Dollarway Cardinals headed into the second inning. Logan Adams is going to stay on the mound for the Jacks. Not a bad start in the bottom of the second for the Lumberjacks at the plate.
Not at all. Able to post 4 runs, 3 earned off of 1 hit, and benefited from 2 Dollarway errors and 3 walks.
Here's the first pitch of the second inning. Curveball up, so that will make it a 1-0 count.
First baseman right here for Dollarway at the plate player. Try to kind of duck under that curveball.
Here's the pitch from Adams, 1-0. Makes it a 2-0 count. No outs, 2-0 count. Jacks up 4-1 over the Cardinals here in the top of the second. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Adams. Swing and a miss. That makes it a 2-1 count. And Adams close right now, so he's looking pretty good on the mound. And that ball dribbled foul down the third base line. Jones fields it and gets it back to Adams.
Logan able to get back to a 2-2 count here after falling behind 2-0. The Dollarway first baseman.
Here's the 2-2. Grounded Adams. He's got it. Here's the throw to first. Caught by Randy Gorman.
Nice job by Logan Adams right there fielding his position. Put out 1-3. First out of the inning.
Yeah, 1 down in the top of the second. Of course, the Lumberjacks are the home team, so they are in the field as we speak wearing black today. Stick with us after this one's over. We will go offline shortly after this ball game's over, and we will come back and have Warren versus Northlet live on Saline River TV. 1 down, top of the second. That's a ball, 1-0 count. Four to 1 your score in the top of the second. Jacks on top. That pitch inside, 2-0.
Second straight batter. Adams falls behind 2-0 here in the top of the second inning.
2-0 count, 1 out in the top of the second. Here's the pitch from Adams. A swing and a miss, 2-1. Again, you're getting one screenshot right now. You're just able to see the pitcher's mound, first base, and second. Third's a little bit out of your picture. But we're trying to explain everything that's happening for you. That's another strike, 2-2 count. Another chance to get a big out here early in this ball game for Adams.
And again, after falling behind, he comes back, managed to even up the count, 2-2. Second straight batter.
And trying to keep that pitch count low. There's the pitch, another grounder to Adams. He fields it, throws it to first. Gorman's got it. Second out of the inning. And nice start.
That one played out exactly as the leadoff batter Blair did this inning. Ended up with a soft ground ball back to the pitcher. Adams fielded it cleanly, made a nice throw over to Randy Gorman at first base. We're down to the 8 hole here for the Cardinals. Their left fielder, that's Cross at the plate.
As Chris just said, Cross for the Cardinals up at the plate with 2 down in the top of the second. I apologize. Again, Logan Adams on the mound for the Lumberjacks. Here's the 1-0. That pitch called a strike, 1-1 count. He fell behind just with 1 ball there, Chris, and I think it's important to keep those 2-0 counts as minimal as possible.
You're exactly right. Try to keep his pitch
few
count
as
as low
possible
as they can.
That's another strike, 1-2 count with 2 outs in the top of the second. And I feel a little bit maybe of a rhythm coming into Adams' pitching repertoire here. He's Seems to be gaining a little confidence. That pitch fouled back behind home plate. Still 1-2 with 2 outs in the top of the second, with the Jacks winning 4-1. Grounded to second. Rook's got it. Throw to first is late. Runner's safe. So a runner on first for the Cardinals. That was number 12, Cross, for Dollarway with the infield single. Just basically beats the throw out. A soft grounder. Tough to, got to come up on that one.
It's tough right there again. Dylan Rook, just a freshman. Probably needs to attack that one a little bit better, and a lot of speed there coming out of the box from Dollarway.
So 2 outs. Dollarway's got a runner on first base in the top of the second. Hunt up for the Cardinals.
It's the 9 spot in the order here.
That ball fouled back behind the plate to the right. 0-1 count. And I believe that's the first time Logan has been ahead in the count far this inning.
That's exactly right.
Hunt steps back into the box. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Inside. Runner stays at first. I figure you might see a steal coming here pretty soon. Cross at first base for the Cardinals does have speed, as we just saw, as he beat out that throw from Rook. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Big lead. Runner does not go. And that was a strike. 1-2 count. 1-2 count. Adams on the mound for the Lumberjacks. 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Jacks on top 4-1 over the Cardinals. Here's the pitch from Adams. Runner goes. No chance for Church.
A good decision there by Aaron Church. He lived to fight another day there. Give up second base. 2 outs here.
And you got a 3-1 lead. I mean, a 3-run lead. 2-2 count with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. We're going to the bottom of the second inning. Jacks on top 4-1. You're watching Lumberjack Live. Weekend of baseball on SaleneRiverTV.com. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Stick with us.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Lumberjack Live, Weekend of Baseball on SaleneRiverTV.com, a partner website of SaleneRiverChronicle.com for all the daily top news in Bradley County and the rest of the river region. Check out SaleneRiverChronicle.com. It's a wonderful source. You won't find a faster news source in the county. You certainly won't find more stories. It's got a ton of stories every day. It's a daily. You can't get that anywhere else. We're here in the getting ready to start the bottom of the second inning. The Lumberjacks taking on the Dollarway Cardinals. Jacks fixing to step up to the plate. Up 4-1, so a chance to extend that lead a little bit.
You're exactly right. Logan Adams was able to get out of the top of the second on 20 pitches. No runs off one hit, no errors by the Jacks, in pretty good shape. And they're hoping for another 4-run inning here against the Cardinals.
And to start off, the bottom of the second for the Lumberjacks is number 10, A.J. Mooring, hitting in that 9 spot. So we've got Adams, Mooring, Adams, and then Hall to go here in the bottom of the second.
A pretty good spot to start with here for Warren. I know that they're pleased with what A.J. Mooring has been able to provide so far this year.
Long still on the mound for the Cardinals. That pitch high and inside, 1-0 count. And on deck is number 5, Logan Adams, as I said, the pitcher for the Lumberjacks. And Adams, I believe, did he lead off with a walk last inning?
He did.
And he did go around according to the home plate umpire, so that'll make it a 1-1 count. No outs in the bottom of the second. A.J. Mooring, number 10, playing left field for the Jacks. That pitch outside, 2-1 count.
And again, to just kind of go over what happened in the first inning, Logan Adams for the Warren Lumberjacks has been able to get through 2 innings with 37 pitches thrown. Meanwhile, Long for Dollarway threw 33 alone in the first inning. He worked deep in counts, a lot of walks.
That pitch upstairs, 3-1. So a chance for a leadoff walk here for A.J. Mooring.
Which is what our viewers are seeing at home. They're seeing kind of all over the place here from the Dollarway Cardinals. And Mooring trying to get on and get the top of the order at the plate.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. High ball 4. Mooring will take the walk, so a runner on first base for the Lumberjacks. And back to the leadoff position in the number 1 slot, Logan Adams. Number 5, the pitcher for the Orange and Black. No outs. Bottom of the second inning. A.J. Mooring on first base for the Lumberjacks. Here's the pitch. Low, but Mooring will have to stay at first base. Nice scoop right there by the catcher. Number 11 for Dollarway, Blake. Mooring gets his lead. Here's the pitch from Long. Inside. That's a ball. 2-0 count. Jacks on top, 4-1 in the bottom of the second. No outs. A.J. Mooring, the left fielder for the Jacks, and the number 9 hitter in the lineup on first base after a leadoff walk. Here's the pitch from Long. And that will be caught, and it's going to be a double-up play.
Base running mistake there by A.J. Mooring. Got to know the situation. And gets doubled off by Dollarway, and got to be frustrating for Warren baseball coach Robert Cuthbertson right there.
That's one of the things Coach Cuthbertson really preaches is base running, and that's a big mistake. Got to freeze on that line drive. No, kind of a soft one, but still low in the infield to the second baseman. Got to hold up there.
Got to make sure that thing clears or gets down.
And we saw last inning, of course, similar situation except a pop-up to the right side, and that was actually done correctly that time. Even though Adams was out at second after that play, he still saved his runner at first.
Exactly. That was a unique situation. That ball hung up in the air for a long time and should have been caught. It was 1 or 2 that Dollarway should have fielded cleanly there in the bottom of the first, that they did not manage to do so.
Justin Hall up now at the plate for the Lumberjacks. 2 outs, fly ball to right field. Right fielder's under it. He's got it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. We're going to the top of the 3rd. Lumberjacks on top still 4-1. We'll be back with Lumberjack Live after this break. Don't go anywhere.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beavers Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beavers Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on. You're watching Lumberjack Live, Weekend of Baseball on SaleneRiverTV.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside Chris Norton. 4-1 lead for the Lumberjacks going into the top of the third. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Coach Cuthbertson going to try to save Logan Adams for a little bit this afternoon and maybe even in that second game against Norfolk. We'll see how things play out. But at this time, number 17, Blake Gorman's going to move to the mound, and it looks like taking over in right field. Having trouble seeing the number. Possibly... Can't see the number from here.
We'll try to check on that as it goes. Adams moves over to second base.
It may be number 31, Trent Broughton, I believe. But I'm not. Oh, yes, maybe. We will check that out and make sure.
The line for Logan Adams on the mound today, Rob: 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, no walks. So a solid effort
by
the senior.
Here's the first pitch from Gorman inside. 1-0 count. No outs. Start off the top of the third. Again, the Jacks have a 4-1 lead over the Cardinals. It's technically a non-conference game, even though this is a conference team for the Lumberjacks. They'll play them twice more this season. So a chance to get an early look at the Cardinals. That catches the outside corner, 1-1 count.
Gorman appears real smooth right here with his delivery. Throwing from the left side. A little bit different look for Dollarway.
Here's the 1-1 pitch from Blake Gorman.
That ball hit pretty well right there.
Yeah, that's going to get down. And number 10, A.J. Mooring's got it, the left fielder for the Lumberjacks. He gets it into Hall at short. So a leadoff double by number 3, Murphy, who is, of course, hitting in the number 1 slot for the Cardinals. Nice piece of hitting.
A real smooth swing right there for Murphy and driving that ball to left field.
Murphy on second base for Dollarway. Jacks still have a 4-1 lead, top of the third. Blake Gorman on the mound.
This is big for Warren, though, an opportunity to get a guy like Blake Gorman some innings on the mound. They're going to need him as the year goes on.
Here's the pitch from Gorman, no outs. Popped up to the right side. Looks like number 5, Adams, is under it at second. He's moved over to second base. And that will be the first out of the inning. You couldn't see that in your screen, I don't think, but a nice play by Logan Adams coming off the pitcher's mound, moving to second base and making a play right behind first base right along the line. So 1 down, the runner stays at second for the Cardinals. And number 3, Murphy at second base for Dollarway. 1 down, top of the third. Jacks with a 4-1 lead. Blake Gorman on the mound. And here the runner goes. Oh, and he throws to second, and the runner's got an easy job at third. An early break there for Murphy. A tough break right there. I think that was a called throw to second maybe by Coach Cuthbertson. Not sure, but Gorman had already made his mind up and threw to second, and it was just too late. Of course, Gorman, a left-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch inside. That's a ball, 1-0 count. Dollarway with a good opportunity here to get a run in. and then cut this to a 2-run lead.
Try to take advantage of that leadoff double by Murphy to open the inning. And they've got the top of the order, 1, 2, 3 here at the plate. That's their 3-hole hitter Hall.
Here's the pitch. Inside, Church still has it. That's a 2-0 count. 1 down in the top of the third. Murphy on third for the Cardinals. And a chance for them to cut this lead down to 2. Gorman set. Here's the pitch. That's called a strike on the inside corner. And obviously the umpire at this point, he's been consistent. He's calling stuff pretty what I would call a pretty extended strike zone. But if you know he's going to call it, you know.
He is. He's giving both teams both corners, and that's important. As long as you're going to work that way both ways, everybody's happy.
And that was a strike. 3-1 count to number 11, Blake, the catcher of Dollarway. Again, 1 down in the top of the third. Jacks have a 4-1 lead. Here's the pitch. That ball high. So the Cardinals will have runners at the corners with 1 out. And that's not that bad, Chris, in all honesty. A chance for a ground ball, get a double play maybe, and get out of this inning with no damage done. But you'd rather not have the walk, obviously, but it's still not an end all.
Exactly. And you've got doubling up this Dollarway team's a tough order. These are some athletic kids. We saw that earlier in the game, running out an infield single to second base. And
Gorman comes set. Church keeping the runner honest at first base. 1 out, top of the third, a 1-0 count to number 4, Reed of the Cardinals.
Time's called here by the Lumberjacks. Going to go out and talk to Gorman on the mound.
And a tough spot to be in right here. I know we got a good lead here, but Gorman comes in and gets an early runner on third base with just 1 out. But still a chance to get out of this inning with little or no damage done. So you just got to stay confident and put a couple of good pitches together here.
Exactly, and I know Warren's hoping not to, to get out of it clean here this inning, not to extend the ball game any further than they have to, not to extend their pitching any further than they have to today.
Of course, this game right now at the 52-minute mark, according to my clock, but that's unofficial. These games last it's an hour and a half or 5 innings, whichever comes first in this tournament.
An hour and a half or 5 innings. If time expires with a tie ball game, then they use the international tiebreaker to settle that. And I know that's been put into play a couple times that I know of this. Yeah.
I believe Warren beat Hermitage earlier in this tournament through that rule. 1 out, 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Strike. Church holds it though. So runners now at second and third for the Cardinals with 1 down here in the top of the third inning. And this game moving along rather swiftly, Chris. So far, we just talked about that during the break. I mean, we're thinking about a 5-inning ball game. We're close to that right now, and it still feels pretty early. But here's the 1-1 from Gorman. That pitch outside, 2-1 count now. Again, 1 down, top of the third. Jacks have a 4-1 lead. Stick with us after this one. We'll also have Warren v. Norflet coming up right after. Here's the pitch. Ball grounded to third. Drake Jones fields it. He's going to go home with it. Church has it. Runners caught. Throw high. And safe at home. A tough throw right there. And now Dollarway has runners at second and third. Honestly, couldn't have gone any worse for the Lumberjacks.
Not at all, Rob. Not at all. Again, a little bit of youth and inexperience showing up right there. All kind of sailed on him and trying to execute the run down.
Well, that's one of those not necessarily routine plays. One of those plays that's going to come up every once in a while in a ball game that you've got to be able to execute.
You've got to be able to execute that. Stuff like that will get you beat.
Warren nearly had a chance for 2 outs right there because the runner had already moved over and was about to head back. So if you get that out there at third, there's a chance you can get the other runner and get out of this inning. But instead, a run comes in, makes it 4-2. Dollarway now behind the Jacks by only 2 runs with 2 runners in scoring position. So they've got a chance here with only 1 out with a single to drive in the tying run.
Well, and our viewers probably didn't get to see it, but a little bit quicker decision probably could have been made at third right there by Drake Jones, and that's all right. That you learn from it. That'll give them something to work on, next week on the practice field.
2-0 count. Blake Gorman on the mound, moved in from right field to take over for Logan Adams, who pitched the first 2 for the Lumberjacks and did a pretty good job, only gave up 1 run. That ball in the dirt, 3-0 count. So Dollarway's got a chance to get runners at first, second, and third here with a possible walk. Here's the pitch from Gorman. That is a strike, 3-1 count. You just got to take it 1 pitch at a time if you're Gorman right here. You can't try to get both outs at once. You just got to get back in control of this one and try to minimize the damage. Here's the 3-1. A swing and a miss, 3-2 count.
And Gorman, from a confidence standpoint, he really needs to come out here and make a good pitch and get this out. It's a kid. We got time called on the field. But Blake Gorman's a kid that they're going to count on for some innings as this year rocks on. A kid to come on in relief and get him out of some jams. Good chance for him to get some innings in, some positive work in right here.
Here's the 3-2 pitch with 1 out. That is ball 4. So Dollarway will have the bases loaded. Number 20 coming up, Blair, I believe, for the Cardinals. Hitting in the number 6 slot. And a chance to drive in a couple of runs and tie this one up.
Blair grounded back to the pitcher in his first at bat for Dollarway, the first baseman. And they would love for him to do that again. A ground ball back to the pitcher here gives you an opportunity to try to double them up at a home and first situation.
Gorman comes set. Here's the pitch. Popped up to the right side. Randy Gorman over there, but he's not going to have a chance to make a play. It gets over the fence for a foul ball. That makes it an 0-1 count with 1 out in the top of the third. Jack still on top, 4-2 over the Cardinals. And who do we have coming up next inning, Chris?
Warren will have 3, 4, 5 at the plate.
So Sellers, Jones, and Church coming up in the bottom of the inning for the Lumberjacks. It's kind of the meat of your order. Chance to extend the lead perhaps if there's 2 runs driven in here, a chance to retake the lead depending on what happens. But still a chance to get out of this one with not much more damage done. That ball fouled off back behind the plate. 0-2 count now to Blair of Dollarway. Jack's on top again, 4-2 in the top of the third. Dollarway has the bases loaded with 1 out. Again, a hard ground ball. You could get a force out at the plate and then go to first for 2. Here's the pitch. I believe that was supposed to be a curveball, but it really just didn't get on top of it, and it sails. 1-2 count now from Blake Gorman. Now, I know, Chris, this is a tough spot to be in for the young pitcher, but like you said, a chance to build some reps, and that ball fouled just barely.
Had a big break right there for Warren. That would have been trouble there. That ball got down into the corner.
And you're really just probably 4 inches away from being a fair ball.
Exactly, and you're right about Gorman. Gorman's, I believe, a senior, but he hadn't had a chance to throw a lot of innings. Inexperienced there on the mound, and this is good work for him. He's going to be all right. He'll be able to get out of it, and they'll try to post some more runs here in the bottom of the third.
That's a strike.
Nice pitch.
So that is the second out of the top of the third. And now this is a big set here for Blake Gorman. If he can get this next batter out, Shepard, hitting in the number 7 slot for Dollarway and get out of this inning with only 1 run of damage. That's a big win with runners with the bases loaded.
Exactly. That was a clutch pitch right there, especially after that ball barely got down foul. That's a great job coming back right there by Blake Gorman.
That pitch called a strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
And maybe that provides a little bit of confidence for him. Here moving forward, he jumps out ahead of Shepard here at the plate.
Gorman comes set, 0-1 count, 2 outs in the top of the third. Bases loaded for Dollarway. Here's the pitch. That pitch inside, 1-1 count. Dollarway hoping to get something started here with 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Gorman hoping to deny them that. That's a fouled strike. Makes it a 1-2 count. So big pitch coming up for Blake Gorman of Warren, who normally obviously plays right field for the Jacks, but getting a chance to get on the mound and get a little bit of experience in a tough spot with the bases loaded. 2 outs, 1-2 count. Jacks on top, 4-2.
He was in this situation to the last batter, Blair. He was able to throw a pretty pitch on the outside corner, get a called strike 3. He's going to see if he can dig down and replicate that right here for the Lumberjacks.
Shepard stepped out of the box, called time, so everybody will get to reset. Gorman back on the rubber. Here's the pitch. I think another attempted curveball, but it just still having trouble getting on top of that curveball, Chris, and that makes it a 2-2 count.
Well, that's been kind of a theme all inning. He's struggling to get on top of it, to keep control of it, and that's something that comes with innings, something that comes with throws.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Popped up and out of play behind the plate. Still 2-2, 2 outs, top of the third. Jacks on top, 4-2.
Of course, Gorman still got a bases loaded situation here with 2 down.
He comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off to the left side. Nice at bat here for Shepard. Fighting off a couple of pitches that are close to the zone. Staying alive. But Gorman doing a nice job as well, putting it in the zone, making him work.
That's exactly right. He seemed to settle down a little bit. He's working a little bit better. I think Blake Gorman threw some innings in Warren's ball game against Drew Central earlier this week.
Here's the pitch. That's upstairs. 3-2 count with 2 outs, bases loaded. Got to throw a strike here or a run's going to come in.
Let's see how the senior responds here. Full up, bases loaded, 2 down.
And Shepard at the plate for Dollarway. He calls time, steps out. Church having a conversation with Coach Cuthbertson at the dugout. Gets back in his stance. Again, bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-2 count. Here in the top of the third. And a throw to second base. I think they would have had the runner at second picked off, but a little bit of miscommunication there between Gorman and Adams, who's playing second now. Tough break right there. You got a chance to get a big out in a tough spot, and not able to do it.
I'm not sure either one of them was real sure what.
And that looked like a practice play, like perhaps that was called again from the dugout. Runner goes, of course, 3-2, and that is a ball. So that brings in a run, 4-3. Now your score, Warren still on top of the Cardinals. And that's a tough break right there for Blake Gorman, Chris. Made a couple of nice pitches, got a big out for number 2, and just not able to finish it off.
And that was a good at-bat right there by Shepard. Fouled off a couple of pitches,
Sure.
Stayed alive at the plate, did what he had to do, and got the credit for the RBI on the walk.
2 outs, top of the third. Dollarway at the plate. Jacks on top 4-3. Blake Gorman on the mound for Warren. Again, if you're watching us no matter where you are, we're glad to have you on SalemRiverTV.com. I know we've got a lot of viewers from around the river region, Bradley County, southern Cleveland County. We've got viewers from all around Arkansas and, of course, all around the nation. We've got people, I know Chris from Colorado, people from, we've got a few from the Carolinas and New York that I've heard from before that watch us. And glad to have all of you guys along. I know a lot of you are from Warren originally, and just we're glad to have you and enjoy the program. In this new feature, we're able to bring Lumberjack games live. Coach Cuthbertson coming out and having a discussion. It looks like we may have a pitching change coming up. Maybe Hall coming to the mound, or no, it looks like we're going to have, still not sure. Yeah, it may be Hall. Justin Hall, number 8, is going to move from shortstop to the mound.
Of course, Justin Hall played basketball for the Lumberjacks. He was a little bit late getting out there to baseball. Had to wait for the basketball season to finish up. So he's trying to work into pitching condition and baseball shape in general as he goes. But very talented young man, and he's key for him. And they're going to count on him to get them out of this jam right here.
Well, and this is a tough jam to come in and really start pitching cold turkey in, so to speak. But for practice for the rest of the season, this isn't a bad spot to be in a technically non-conference matchup. I mean, you're going to have moments like this and scenarios like this crop up throughout the year, and you got to have guys that can step in, stay poised, stay consistent with their strikes, and get them out of the inning without too much more damage done.
That's exactly right. You're exactly right. They'll be in this situation again at some point through the season, and they'll get an opportunity to look at it here early on.
Hall warming up. Again, we're in the top of the third. You don't have a scoreboard on your screen. We're working on some stuff. I promise you guys, we're working on it. We got some new features that we're working on. Hopefully, it'll get this live streaming stuff will get even better and better. And I know that a lot of you are just happy you're able to watch the game finally. I know that the screen isn't. You're not being able to see the field the way you would like to in a professional game, but we're working on some ideas and trying to improve it every day. Of course, if you watch the soccer match this past week, this Tuesday night, it really looked good, I thought, when we went back and watched it. It's not in high definition, obviously, because we're streaming it mobilely. But I tell you what, for Warren fans, if you're a true Lumberjack, if you bleed orange and black, this is the way to watch it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. There's a lot of games on tap still. I know Rob's got a lot of ideas for some things to do through the summer and into next fall. A lot of exciting things to come.
Yeah, we are very thrilled about what's going to be happening. We are working on some ideas, and as Chris just said, next fall is going to be a blast. You're going to be able to watch Lumberjack football. We've already worked that out, and that's something that we've been waiting on, and it's going to happen this year.
And not just listen, but get to see.
Get to see the game happen, and we may not be able to do every game like that. Some of the stadiums we go to and some of the areas we go to don't have good cell signal, but hey, it's going to happen this year, at least for home games. We're going to bring them live to you where you can watch them. But you're watching Lumberjack baseball right now. Justin Hall on the mound. That pitch is a ball upstairs, 1-0 count, 2 outs, top of the third. Jacks still leading the Dollarway Cardinals 4-3 in this technically non-conference matchup in the Southeast Arkansas Slugfest Tournament. Adams is going to move over to shortstop. That pitch in the dirt gets away from Church, but he's going to be able to get to it pretty quick. Just bounced off to his left side a little bit, and he picks it up, keeps the runner at third. 2-0 count. We got a time called.
The line for Blake Gorman, Rob, 2/3 of an innings pitched, hit, gave up 2 earned runs, struck out 1, and walked 3 before turning it over to Justin Hall here with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
And number 12, cross up, hitting in the number 8 spot for Dollarway.
I tell you what, this inning has really slowed down the pace of this ball game.
It absolutely has.
Moving along at a pretty brisk clip.
We're now at the 109 mark. Again, this game in time limits can only last an hour and a half or 5 innings, whichever comes first. And at this point, it's looking like we may reach that hour-and-a-half mark before we reach 5 innings. So it's going to be pretty close to being equal to that, to be honest.
And we've got another walk, another run scores for Dollarway.
Tie ball game now in the top of the third. Jacks came into this inning 4-1. Unfortunately, we've given up 3 runs, and now we got a tie game with 2 outs. Base is still loaded for the Cardinals. And up next is going to be number 2, Hunt, for the Cardinals. So the Jacks struggling a bit on the mound. We made a pitching change earlier, and Blake Gorman came in and didn't do too bad. Got to that 2-out mark, but just couldn't quite finish it off. Hall comes in and surrenders a walk. That pitch, a strike. 0-1 count with 2 outs. And we talked about a tough spot to put Justin in, but you got to have guys that can come in and consistently throw strikes for you, even in tough, tense positions. But with a 4-4 game here, that's another strike. 0-2 count. So Hall's got an opportunity here to get out of this inning with a tie game and get into the bottom of the third and have a chance to get his offense back out there and try to get another lead back. Here's the pitch. Ball popped up. Hall's having trouble finding it. He's got it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd. Lumberjacks surrender 3. And that makes it a 4-4 ball game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival.
Welcome back to Lumberjack Live, weekend of baseball on SalineRiverTV.com, a partner of SalineRiverChronicle.com. I'm Rob Reap alongside sports analyst Chris Norton. We got a 4-4 ball game going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Lumberjacks tied up with the Dollarway Cardinals. Chris, we got a score update from the softball tournament going on in El Dorado. How are those Lady Jacks doing so far?
Well, they picked up their first win of the season, 8-7 over Drew Central, and they're going to turn around and play Camden Harmony Grove next. So it'll be another pretty good ball game.
So a good win for the Lady Jacks. We will, of course, be covering their Monday game against DeWitt live at 4:25 p.m. live from Warren, Arkansas. Troy Sellers leading off the bottom of the 3rd for the Lumberjacks. The center fielder needing a big game, not only a big game, but a big season from Troy. If this Lumberjack team is going to be successful, a very important senior on this squad. Starting off, of course, the bottom of the 3rd inning. Again, the Jacks are tied up with the Cardinals. 4-4, technically a non-conference matchup. Popped up to the left side, foul ball, 0-1 count.
As we mentioned, Warren's got 3-4-5 at the plate trying to retake the lead. They were up 4-1 going to the top of the 3rd. We're back tied at 4 here.
Long set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's high, 1-1 count. 1-1 count, no outs. Bottom of the 3rd. Tied ball game at 4-all. On deck, number 15, Drake Jones. Batting cleanup today for the Jacks. Sellers at the plate. Here's the pitch. That ball called strike. 1-2 count. Again, a 1-2 count to Troy Sellers. No outs in the bottom of the third inning. Lumberjacks are technically the home team, even though this is obviously a tournament, so I think they flipped coins to see who was home and away. That pitch upstairs. 2-2 count with no outs in the bottom of the third in a tie ball game. Again, on deck, number 15, Drake Jones, hitting cleanup for the Jacks. Then after him will be Aaron Church, the catcher. Fouled off by number 4, Troy Sellers. In this game right now at its hour and 15-minute mark by my clock, and we actually started that clock a bit early. Now we're at 1:16. We started at about a minute and a half before this game got started officially. So we're nearing that hour and a half time limit mark. And really I can only see maybe this game could, if it lasts very long, if it extends, this could be it. Here's the pitch. That ball high. 3-2 count, full up. And again, stick with us.
You're exactly right, Rob, on the regarding the time. Then we're moving along pretty quick there in the top of the third. Things really slowed down a little bit. Had a pitching change by Warren and a lot of walks and some mistakes, and that bogs you down as you try to keep a pretty quick pace in these ball games.
Yeah, so stick with us after this ball game's over with. The Lumberjacks are going to be taking on Norflet right afterwards. We'll go offline for a few minutes and then come back. Driven back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit by Sellers.
Nice
Center fielder's got it.
There.
And Sellers rounds first. He's going to stay there. A nice single by the senior center fielder, Troy Sellers.
We got a Dollarway Cardinal down here.
Looked like he dove for that ball. It could be something to do with the wrist maybe, or not sure. Not sure what they're looking at. Looks like he's rolling over on his arm to me, but could be any number of things. He's up. Looks to be walking fine. And that is going to be number 2, the second baseman, Hunt, the number 9 hitter for the Cardinals. Hopefully he's okay. Hate to see anybody hurt. And, of course, day in and day out during the regular season and conference play, you want to play the best. I mean, that's what all these kids come out here to compete for. They want to play against the best competition every team's got to offer, and you don't want to see anybody go down hurt. Number 15, Drake Jones, is going to be at the plate for the Lumberjacks. Number 22, Aaron Church, the catcher, is going to be on deck. So Sellers will be on first base with no outs here in the bottom of the third inning. 4-4 game. Lumberjacks have a chance to retake the lead here. Coach Cuthbertson talking things over with Jones.
They're going to bring Hunt off the field and enter, it looks like, number 9, I believe.
Number 9 is going to be Alford.
He'll come on and looks like he'll move to right field.
We'll see who comes in to play second. Second is going to be number 6, Shepard, who I believe was playing right.
That's
so
right.
They're just going to switch him up. Shepard comes in to play second. And Alford, number 9 for the Cardinals, moves to right field. Again, Long still on the mound for Dollarway. Drake Jones getting set to step up to the plate. A nice piece of hitting right there by Troy Sellers. Just a nice line drive up the middle, a little bit to the right. And he's got speed, so you could see him move here in just a second. Here's the pitch. He shuffles, no move. And that's a ball for a 1-0 count. 1-0 count, no outs in the bottom of the third. Tie ball game at 4-4. Again, Lumberjacks wearing black. Here's the pitch from Long. Sellers goes, and he is safe at second. If that throws on line, he's got a chance to make the out. But luckily for us Lumberjack fans, Sellers gets into second base safely. 2-0 count now with a runner in scoring position and no outs.
Nice spot to be in here by Warren. Got your 4-hole hitter, Drake Jones, at the plate. And a little bit of speed there at second base.
Here's the pitch from Long. Ball fouled off to the right side. 2-1 count now to Drake Jones.
Right after this ball game, we'll have Northland and Warren playing. Hermitage and Drew Central will be the last pool play game of the day.
2-1 count, no outs. Bottom of the third, tie ball game. Jones at the plate. Here's the pitch. That's inside. That will be ball 3. Four is your score in the bottom of the third. Jack's battling. Long comes set with Sellers at second. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs, ball 4. Jones will take first base, so no outs. Runners at first and second. Jones at first, Sellers at second. And a chance here for number 22, Aaron Church, the catcher, to step up and make a big hit. And come through for the Lumberjacks, perhaps get Sellers in and take the lead. Aaron, I believe, struck out at his last at bat, if I remember correctly.
He did, struck out looking.
Here's the pitch. Sellers goes. That ball in the dirt. And he is safe at third base. Not a bad throw, but Sellers has good speed. Able to get underneath the tag.
He does. He's able to get a pretty good jump right there. Now we've got a first and third situation, nobody out. And the freshman Aaron Church at the plate.
Pitcher steps off. Again, a 1-0 count. Runners at the corners now. Drake Jones at first base, Troy Sellers at third. 4-4 ball game in the bottom of the third. Church at the plate. Jones is caught. Sellers is going to go at home. Going to be a play at the plate. Sellers is safe at home. Jones is going to make it safely into second base, and that works out for the Lumberjacks. Kind of played to their advantage. I thought Jones was going to be caught, and that's one of those situations where Dollarway's got to make a decision. Either get the out with Jones or let him have second and try to get the out at home. They tried to get the out at home with Sellers and save the run from being scored, but luckily for the Lumberjacks, kind of an arid throw. And Sellers gets in. Now we've retaken the lead. 5-4. Lumberjacks have the lead. Jones is at second base with no outs. A 1-0 count to Aaron Church. Here's the pitch from Long. That's a strike. 1-1 count. And on deck is number 17, Blake Gorman, who started off the top of the third on the mound for the Lumberjacks. Surrendered one. Yes, he only did. He just surrender one, Chris?
Gorman is responsible for 2 runs.
2 runs. That ball fouled off to the right side by Church. 1-2 count, no outs. Bottom of the third, Jacks have a 5-4 lead.
A big run scored by Warren here in this inning as the game moves closer to the time limit here in the bottom of the third.
Here's the pitch from Long. Pop up. Center fielder, second baseman. Who's going to take it? Second baseman's looking for it, and he's got it. Jones still at second. That's just the first out of the inning. So a tough job right there. Put it in play, just got a little bit underneath it. And nice play by the second baseman. Shepherd by Dollarway.
They had some issues there fielding the pop-up at second earlier in the game, and they exchanged personnel there after the injury, and Shepherd was able to field that one clean.
So Gorman at the plate for the Lumberjacks. Lead taken by Jones. A swing and a miss. That's a strike. 0-1 count with 1 down in the bottom of the third inning. And Chris, we're now at the 1 hour, 24-minute mark in this ball game. There's still a chance that this could be the last inning of the game if the time limit's called. But we will see. We're not there yet. That ball fouled off. 0-2 count. And the way it's looking, we may not make it there, Chris. We may have to play one more Again, the second game was supposed to start at 1:30, but that's going to be backed up to, I'm thinking, maybe more like 2:15 or 2:30 now. But we'll just have to play that by ear. Here's the pitch. Had ball outside. 1-2 count. Again, Lumberjacks at the plate with 1 out in the bottom of the third. They've got a 5-4 lead. Blake Gorman at the plate. Here's the pitch from Long. That's a strike. Gets by the catcher. He throws it to first. That will be out number 2. So Jones still at second. And we got number 20, Wesley Cornish, looks like coming up to bat for the Lumberjacks.
And Cornish is going to come in here and pinch hit.
Of course, he's pinch hitting for Dylan Rook, number 3.
Yes, he's hitting in Rook's spot. Rook came out in the top of the third defensively, so I'm not real sure who they entered into the game in his spot.
It could be that Jones may go to the mound, and you could see Cornish go to third, but we'll just have to wait and see what plays out. Cornish is typically your second first baseman that you choose if Jones is on the mound.
We'll see how that shakes out here. If we have to go another.
Here's the pitch. I called a strike. 1-1 count. Jacks have Jones now at third base. 1-1 count, 2 outs in the bottom of the third. We've got a 5-4 lead. Long still on the mound for the Dollarway Cardinals. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1-2 count. So Cornish has got a battle here at the plate. Try to drive Jones in. Long comes set. Here's the pitch. That's low. 2-2 count. Now at the 1 hour, 27 minute mark, inching closer and closer to that hour and a half spot. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs. 3-2 count. We're full up. Again, 2 outs, full count to Wesley Cornish of the Lumberjacks. The Jacks have a 5-4 lead here in the bottom of the third inning over the Cardinals. Here's the pitch. That's low and outside. So Cornish takes the walk. And now coming up to the plate, hitting in the number 8 spot, number 28, Randy Gorman, the first baseman for the Jacks. Runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third and a 1-run lead for the Orange and Black.
And we're discussing something here between the umpires. That has to do with the time limit,
Yes,
and that's all she wrote.
They have called. This game is over. Jacks win 5-4 since they are the home side. They don't need another run. And the time limit has come and gone. I'm looking at about an hour and a half on my watch. So we will go off air for a few minutes. Jacks get a big win, Chris. We're actually going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with your post-game report. Jacks win 5-4 over the Dollarway Cardinals. We got more baseball coming your way on Lumberjack Live. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Arkansas Superior Federal Credit Union's got it all. In addition to providing great service with a personal touch, Arkansas Superior is member-owned, so profits go back to you, not stockholders. Arkansas Superior offers everything from savings and free checking to auto loans, home loans, and even credit cards. Call 800-643-2160 and see why people are switching to credit unions like Arkansas Superior. Learn more at asfcu.coop and like us on Facebook. Federally insured by NCUA. Reynolds Surveying has 18 years experience in the business and is well qualified to conduct residential, commercial, topographical, large acreage, and land surveying. Give them a call at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Again, call Reynolds Surveying at 870-226-8694 or 501-778-7556. Get ready for the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. This year's festival features headliner Marty Stewart. The festivities will kick off May 31st and last through June 9th. Go ahead and start making your plans today to attend Arkansas's Festival to Remember. Bring the entire family and enjoy the 56th annual Bradley County Pink Tomato Festival. Any good stadium groundskeeper will tell you that the quality and cleanliness of a sports field is essential to a great game. Athletes must be able to compete on pristine ground. The same goes for in the home. If you were to comfortably enjoy your home, it must be cared for in a professional quality manner. Call Beaver's Carpet Cleaning today for a free estimate. Dial 870-820-8762. Beaver's Carpet Cleaning, owner Beaver Ray Smith. Jennings Carpet Specialties is a proud sponsor of Lumberjack Live. For professional installation of hardwood, carpet, vinyl, laminate, ceramic, blinds, and commercial flooring, contact Jennings Carpet Specialties at 870-226-3890 or stop by their shop at 212 South Myrtle Street in Warren. Jennings Carpet Specialties, quality you can stand on. For over 2 years, SalineRiverChronicle.com has been the fastest growing news source in Bradley County. Currently, SalineRiverChronicle.com gets around 15,000 page views per week. It's the only local news source in Bradley County that provides fast breaking news, full color photography, and live video coverage through the new SalineRiverTV.com. And guess what else? SalineRiverChronicle.com is updated every single day. That's right, it's a daily local news source. Help us spread the word about SalineRiverChronicle.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Lumberjack Live, Weekend of Baseball on SalineRiverTV.com, a partner of SalineRiverChronicle.com, the #1 news source in the river region. You can't get any better news coverage than at SalineRiverChronicle.com. And now with the new SalineRiverTV.com, you can watch river region news and sports as it happens live and on demand. The game that we just watched, Chris, between the Dollarway Cardinals and the Warren Lumberjacks, the Jacks able to win by the score of 5-4. That game's also going to be on demand tomorrow, where viewers can go back and watch it live. A great game. We enjoyed it. Give us the post-game stats.
Well, Logan Adams led off the ball game for the Lumberjacks. He was 0 for 1 at the plate, reached on a walk. Justin Hall played shortstop, came in to pitch at the end. Hall was 0 for 2 at the plate, reached on an error, scored a run. Troy Sellers had a big day, going 2 for 2, had 2 singles, 3 stolen bases, scored 2 runs. Drake Jones at the plate did not have an official at bat. He walked twice, scored a run. Aaron Church was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Blake Gorman 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk, scored a run. Dylan Rook was 0 for 1, reached on an error. Wesley Cornish came in to pinch hit, reached on a walk, was the final batter of the game. The time limit got him as he got to first base. Randy Gorman was 0 for 1, grounded out to third. And A.J. Moying walked in the ball game, and that's the 10 guys that came to the plate for the Lumberjacks. On the mound, Logan Adams drew the start, went 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts. Blake Gorman came in, pitched 2/3, gave up a hit, 3 earned runs, a strikeout, 3 walks, and Justin Hall was kind of able to fall into the wind. He came in, got 1 out, pitched a third of an inning, walked 1, but the way things shaked out, Hall will get credit for the victory in the ball game. Warren wins 5-4.
A good win for the Lumberjacks. We've got more baseball coming up on SalineRiverTV.com. The Warren Lumberjacks about to take on Norflit in just about, I would guess, 7 to 10 minutes. We're going to go offline for a few minutes and come back with us. You're going to see a screen come up here in a few minutes that's talking about the game that you just watched. But we'll be offline for about 5 minutes. We'll come back, and we will bring you Warren versus Norflit on SalineRiverTV.com live in just a few moments. Thank you so much for joining us with this one. Hey, Jacks win. Can't get any better than that. 5-4. Lumberjacks going home with at least one victory today. we'll see how things shake out the rest of the day. Again, join us in just a few more moments. About 5 minutes, we'll be back online on SalineRiverTV.com. Thank you so much for Rob Reap. For Chris Norton, I'm saying for me. For Chris Norton, I'm Rob Reap. Thank you so much again for joining us. Have a great day, everybody. See you in a few minutes.